I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for this.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Now
the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
56.
On second down is Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. Wide open receiver complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Watching now, Barney, Barney. Watching now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
47 On second down, here's Marino. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Marino here from the gun. Caught left side, Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Watching now, Barney! Barney! Watching now, Barney! Barney!
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watching now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Marino. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. Second down, Marino. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Chargers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up second down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Now let's go! Blue landing!
Marino on play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun, Marino. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. gun. It's Marino. It's complete. Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Detroit! Gun!
Now Marino on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Gun! Detroit!
To throw again is Marino. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Allen looks to throw on second down. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Marino sets up. Complete. It's Henry. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Watching that, Barney, Barney.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Escapes the defender. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Ground with a tight end, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Virgil Green, his 1st touchdown on the year, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Gun!
Throwing on first down is Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They snap the ball at 1. Now Marino going deep for Benjamin. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st down, Allen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. What a spin. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
From the gun on 3rd down is Marino. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
I'm all surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, score.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll throw on first down with Marino. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56.
Now Marino. And this is going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. that's another way to get it done.
And now out come the Bills. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gone! Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Now he's forced out left. And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon.